Thank you very much. Our Jujinte Union President, his sound of clapping, I feel like his clapping is so loud that it's louder than everyone. And also, he did Chanyeong so well hard that he has a thick skin, hardened skin. I would like to welcome and congratulate all of you who have come to tonight's vigil to offer prayer and devotion. In the spirit world, I believe they will be praising you. Without you, the spiritual beings in the spirit world cannot be liberated, cannot be revived, and they cannot grow. Aju. With faith, even you've been witness to, they have to go to live in eternal life. So for the spirits, when there's revival take place, the spirit world takes great interest. Here in Cheonshim Won's vigil, if we don't feel revival, gradually we will die out. But because there's grace, because there's blessing, because there's growth in the heart, the physical and the spirit world come together, and the spiritual beings also come together to offer one resonance prayer. Today, throughout the world, 19,500 places are connected with us. 40,100 members have gathered to offer prayer and devotion together. From Heavenly Korea, Cheonwon Special District, they have brought 174 to the training center. Summer University Church, 58. Cheonseung Church, 48. Iksan Church, 42. And Jinju Church, it is their 700th vigil. They have brought 33 members gathered at Jinju Church. They put the name down very big to celebrate. I truly hope the amazing work of heaven unfold in Jinju, and various other churches, including Changwon, have attended to pile up the Tower of Devotion. In Heavenly Japan, Nagano Church, they have brought 25 members gathered in one place to offer prayer and devotion. Kamikawa Church, 12 members have gathered. Hikone Church, 12. Yonago Church, 18, have gathered to offer prayer and devotion. 14,500 places connected with us, and many members are offering prayer and devotion at their home to join the vigil. Heavenly Japan Akashi Church, it is their 600th vigil. Cheonshim Won Special Vigil Devotion, they are attending this vigil. I hope that all the churches in Heavenly Japan, with the foundation they have laid upon now, I hope they can pile up devotion continuously. Internationally, Asia, 21-day Youngsong Workshop Training, Heavenly Africa, West Africa Youngsong 40-day Workshop trainees are attending together with us. Heavenly USA Cheonshim Won and members around the world are attending together with us. Today, Heavenly Africa, they graduated for the workshop, and this message I received. The 4th Youngsong Academy training, total 56 members from 4 different nations: Cameroon, Chad, Gabon, and Central Africa. Beside the Cameroon building next door, we began. In the opening ceremony, Kadima Africa National Leader and Su Vice Director were there with us to share their message. And Kwon Kyung-mi, who came as a volunteer service, who came alone, he is working diligently and doing a lot of things. 4th Youngsong Workshop is a workshop to offer devotion for Holy Mother Ham. And with the theme of mind and body unity, we are progressing our workshop. West Africa, until mother comes back to Cheonjong as soon as possible. We truly long for that day to come, and we are offering prayer and devotion diligently. This is a message I have received from Sakwa Dakemitsu. Thank you very much. Now, the members are waving, and I'm certain the Cameroon's amazing work will unfold. Today, in front of the detention center, members are offering prayer and devotion, hoping the True Mother will come back to that place. There are members who are offering devotion there. It's been for 248 days since True Mother has walking the course path of cross, and Kwanak Church and Ansan Church have gathered to offer prayer and devotion. Even in the dark ocean, our True Mother, who is radiating the light of hope like the lighthouse, allowing nobody to lose path. No matter how big the wave of trial be, the love of True Mother will become like a candlelight that will never turn off, and she is guiding us the path. Here at 1573rd Cheonshim Special Vigil Devotion, we will call out, even if our voices are hoarse, and we will gather our strength to offer devotion. This is a message I received from Song Yun-young, Grand Church Pastor. Why don't we give him a big round of applause of gratitude? Also, there are elder pastor members who have been offering Cheonshim Visual Devotion. Park Yun-nam. Soon in the morning at 7 a.m., we'll be holding Songwa ceremony. Truly, a precious brother ascended to the spirit world. He was in charge of Cheonma Songnamira, one of the K-League soccer team that we had. He offered almost a lot of devotion. In 2003, Dutch newsletter came. Whenever there was a soccer match, thinking of people of Israel who broke down the walls of Jericho, I walked around the soccer for 7 times. I called out our players and manager. Even I hold on to the goalpost to offer prayer. People might think this is mischief, but I was so earnest, and I had a heart. It was time for me to offer devotion. Our brother offers such devotion. Lee Chung-won reporter in the report, he said the following message. Someone who didn't know about soccer ran the soccer team for 25 years. The team won 7 times in the K-League. Total of 24 Victory Cup. Is it possible for someone who does not know soccer? Possible. Park Yun-nam, former Seongnam Ilhwa CEO, soccer team CEO, he passed away recently at the H.M. Magnolia International Hospital. And the message was sent to me from his family. The age he died is 89. In 2013, at the interview, I worked diligently day and night, only working for the soccer, who did not know of soccer. My hobby is soccer. There's nothing left behind. From other person's point of view, people might think that I lived very unhappy life. But as he moved into Seongnam, he never used his own house, which he bought in a separate place, and he walked around the Seongnam in order to receive all the energy. Whenever there was a match, he went around the soccer field 7 times and called out the player's name and the manager's names and offered prayer. That's how much he offered devotion, and he focused on making results. His son, Park Young-hee, he said that how can a person who does not know about soccer once 24 times, when I asked him, The son said he doesn't know anything about exercise. The walking is the only exercise he did, but he had an energy where whatever he is responsible for, he worked to make it victory. He had such a spirit. I'm certain that he attended 1,000 games, and from 2014, my father said he never went to soccer field. After he finished his mission as a soccer team CEO, he never went back to soccer field to watch. So our brother did everything to make victory by receiving the mission of true father's true parents' mission. I believe he made victory through absolute faith, absolute love, absolute obedience. You read true parents' words today.
절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종을 하면서 마지막에 하늘 부모님의 축복을
When Adam and Eve had to live life of absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and ascend to the position of receive blessing from God. But because they made their own greed, they have created the current fallen world. That's the word we have read today. And our God, who is omnipotent and omniscient, He is the same from the beginning until the end. God had to began the providence of restoration, which is the most sorrowful thing that God had to do. Heavenly Parent, who walks such course, how sorrowful would it be? How difficult path should he had to walk? Do you know how much pain and suffering he had to face?
수천 수만 년을 참고 기다려오신 여러분의 부모님이 얼마나 길고
Have you ever even thought about how long and rugged tunnel of indemnity your father has passed through, waiting and enduring for thousands and tens of thousands of years in a desperate pain, where his bones weep and his flesh trembles? I'm asking if you have ever shed tears for the sake of this pitiful father, even for a single moment. In Cheonshim page 1447, these words are in there. In order to ascend to that standard, we must move forward with absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, so that we can let heaven's heart flow within our heart. And if we can even once feel sadness, sorrow of Heavenly Parent, and cry for Heavenly Parent, we must ascend to the position at least once. Today, Chung Eun-mi, our Youngson Workshop trainee, in that sense, she gave us very precious teaching. After receiving blessing, she gave birth to a child. Her looking at difficulty of her child, the baby doesn't know anything, but the mother, every day, she cried and cried. She lived such a life. When she went outside, she smiled and she had made conversation, but whenever she came back home, every day she shed tears. She shed tears every day, and she even resented Heavenly Parent. Why do we have to face this pain? She cannot help but to cry out to Heavenly Parent. But the pain that baby is receiving more, the mother was in a much more pitiful position. As she explained about this pain, Heavenly Parent, who is looking at the fallen people in this world, Heavenly Parent is the most pitiful being, more pitiful than the most pitiful person in this world. We heard this in theory, but in order to experience it, you truly need to dive into deeper world. Our sister Chung Eun-mi, trainee, have reached that position. If she can reach that position, truly, she realized that baby's pain would become the blessing. She would fulfill true parents' words that we have read today. Aju. As she listened to her parents' life course, she was very moved and she shed uncontrollable tears. And
해주고 싶다고 하는
And an older sisters,
나를 위해
when older sister told her that she wants to offer calling out name prayer for her child, she realized that this is the love that Heavenly Parent wanted to bestow upon me.
하는 것을
That's what our sister realized.
여러분 오늘
My brothers and sisters,
공명기도 수련을 통해서
through Cheonshim Residence Prayer 3-day workshop,
세 명씩 짝을 져서 기도하는
we saw 3 members offering prayer in a group, and there's no one who did not shed tears. That's how grace-filled prayer, residence prayer is.
우리 현장에 가서 그
And when you go back to your church, I don't know if you guys are practicing.
하고 있나요? 우리
Are you guys practicing?
성남
Songnam Church pastor has come.
기도를 성남교회에서 하시나요?
Do you practice one of prayer as Songnam Church as well?
하셔야 됩니다.
You must practice it.
그러면은
If you do it,
분들이 나오고
the
얼마나
members wailing will come out, and
부모님의 사랑을 느낄 수 있는
you'll be able to ascend to a position where you can feel Heavenly Parent's sorrow and love at the same time, and that love will allow you to resonate spiritual and physical self, and incurable disease will be cured. Aju,
생영 요소가 나와야 되는데
the vitality element must come out. In order for such element to come out, the spiritual cells must become resonated, and only then vitality element can be used to heal incurable disease. If you live in that state of happiness, your spiritual body will start to grow as well as the physical body send out the energy to the spirit world. The physical cells, even if your physical cells are alive, if your spiritual cells are dead, if you don't feel anything from heaven, anything in your heart, the heart true love from spirit world, and if you can resonate easily to Satan and curse others, become angry, and if you live within that fallen nature, the life element will not come out. The vitality element will not come out, and you will send only the energy of death, energy of evil. Because of the sin, you will walk the path of death. If the evil element comes out, your spiritual body will walk the path of death. By having the evil energy coming, do not expect you to be healed. Very first thing you must realize is that you must create a spiritual body. Somehow you have to create a spiritual body to send out life element. How can you make such element? And as you do chanting, how can you offer praise in tears to feel joy through the chanting? You must ascend to the position and revive your spiritual senses. This is very important goal that you must set, and you must move forward with such goal. Our sister Chung and me have made such realization, and because of that, in order to become one with Holy Mother Han, she realized that it has been the process and the course to become one with Holy Mother Han. All the course was the trials for her to become connected to Heavenly Parents. That is a great value that she has received. All the trials you face in the physical world is the providence of restoration through indemnity by Heavenly Parent through you. Providence for restoration, providence for revival, providence for you to be responsible, providence that occurs again in order to fulfill what has not been fulfilled. And she realized that pain of child was to save our family, and she said that she have made a position where her family can be saved, and she also requested the members. Whenever you face a moment where you cannot understand the will of Heavenly Parent, you must realize that Heavenly Parent is not trying to give you pain. Heavenly Parent is trying to guide you to receive greater blessing, greater grace. Bless family who attend True Mother. Let us love each other. Let us comfort each other. Let us become absolutely one so that we can show that we are one family that will never collapse.
호소하는 시간을
She
가지게
cried out to us
되었습니다.
today.
앞으로 우리 정은미
So
수련생
I
가족이
hope that our sister Chongom's members
여러분
to family to receive blessing. Why don't we give her a big round of applause?
어떤 상황에서도
No matter what kind of circumstances you face, please do not lose absolute faith. No matter what kind of situation you have, do not waver your faith. You must have such absolute faith. No matter what kind of situation your baby is, if she moves forward without wavering, amazing blessing will be bestowed upon that family.
오늘 김주환 국장
Our brother Kim Jo-won shared his report. What kind of realization what you have made?
천심원 정성을
Cheonshim Won devotion.
어떤 사람은 천심 원장을
Someone
욕하는 사람도 있어요.
even swear about me, curse about me, criticize me. But you must realize Cheonshim Won devotion did not begin with me. Cheonshim Won vigil began with True Mother. True Mother requested us to offer such devotion.
어머님의 당부로 2010
Because of True Mother's direction, since 2018, the vigil began, and now
년째가 되는
it's been
세월이
8 years since we began.
천심원 정성을 어떻게 드려야 되느냐?
How should we offer Cheonshim Won devotion? Cheonshim Won is important. As you attend True Father, you should be. It is a place where you live with True Father 365 days a year. It must become part of your life. All the members become part of our life, and we are creating new tradition of Cheonrigo. This is a new tradition. So in Cheonshim Won, there's amazing, miraculous work. We have witnessed such work through testimony. Cheonshim Won is becoming one of daily life tradition. Every day,
깊은 밤까지
in the deep, going through the deep night, the tradition of offering prayer and devotion,
성남 가정교회도 일어나야
and this tradition must come into Seongnam Family Church as well. If you just have a Cheonshim Won prayer room and sit down, that shouldn't be something that
모든 분원에서 그대로
left behind. Everything that happens in Trade Center must occur in all the churches. The prayers that is occurring in the Trade Center, all the Cheonshim Won in the church around the world must offer same devotion. True Mother gave such blessing to us so that we can have such blessing. As
천심원 정성을 안 드릴 때
when our brother did not offer Cheonshim Won devotion when he was working at Cheonshim Won, True Father appeared into our brother's
뭐 자식 일어나지 못하느냐고
dream and scolded him. True Father shouted at him, and he said, "Oh, it was a dream. Oh, I'm so relieved." And he slept again. True Father appeared again, and he repeatedly said, "Oh, this is dream again." He tried to sleep again. Then True Father screamed so loud that his ear was in pain, and for 30 minutes he was in pain. We just heard the testimony. Not only that, he had a dream where there's a big siren went around the train center saying that True Father come, and all the leaders gathered in front of at the tree of love. True Father was very angry, shouting at the leaders. Upon hearing this, our brother realized, oh, no matter how difficult it is, I must offer devotion to Cheonshim. What would happen if he didn't do it? If he didn't offer, it didn't end with just a dream, right? Because heaven taught him with the dream, and if he still doesn't do it, then his environment will be struck. If he doesn't understand, even after his environment is struck, his body will be struck. If he doesn't understand, even if his body has been struck, his life might be taken away. And it could be him, it could be his wife. So that's the progress of how the indemnity will be paid. Aju. So the providence will occur where you cannot help but offer more earnest prayer. So that is why people of Israel at the end, when they were suffering in Egypt, all the sons died at night. And there were prayers crying, and people of Israel will lose their lives. Jehovah God, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, please have mercy on me. And that prayer reached heaven.
이스라엘을 구하기 위한 역사가
And there was work unfolded where to save Israel.
몽실을 여러분 소홀히 여겨서
So do not
됩니다.
think easily when you receive the dream from heaven. You must very think of the dream preciously and offer devotion earnestly. And finally,
수련을 시작하게 되고
because of that, we are able to begin Youngsong workshop, and we have come all the way up to 21st
펼쳐나가
batch, and that spread throughout the world.
천심 3일 공명 수련도 한국
And Cheonshim Residence Prayer Workshop, 3-day workshop, it
철에 올 때마다
expanded to Japan, and whenever members came, sometimes they went over 1,000, went over 800, and people's crying out prayers are resounded throughout the training center. There are members who are receiving authority and power from heaven.
이제 다양한 능력 받는
And there will be more and more members who will be receiving very different skills and powers. Amazing work of Cheonshim Won will unfold in the secular world as well.
사람이
And those who, the person who worked diligently to make this workshop happen, I reported to True Mother.
임명하라고
True Mother
성원이 직접
directed me to assign him as a Cheonshim Won
거기에 맞춰내
director.
더 깊은
So,
정성을 들여 나가서
In order to align with that,
신령의 세계를 소개할 수 있어야 되는데
he should be able to introduce
가까이 가고 있는 것 같습니다.
a spiritual world,
오늘도
and I think he's
봉헌서를
reaching that
봉헌하고
that moment. So he even offered encouraging offering paper, and through the report, in order for a lot of people to receive grace, he was able to stand in this place by offering through the devotion, so that members can receive abundant grace. So bit by bit, he is going to the place where heaven can work through him. I cannot help but to be grateful. But not only that, a lot of second generations are starting to hear heaven's voice and experience heaven's work. There are a lot of second generation members who are experiencing that way.
옛날에 언젠가 오하라
One time ago,
여러분 아시죠?
you remember a trainee named Cole, right? He had
이세가 계신
a tattoo.
아버지 모시고 수련회
Last time he came to workshop with his father, he received abundant grace, and he offered prayer Cheonshim Won, and he
내용을 저한테 전해주고 갔어요.
received an answer from True Father as well. He shared this message to me. True Father is working.
하늘 부모님 살아서 역사
Heavenly Parent is living and working.
분이 아닙니다.
They are not that beings. They're not people who are far away. In the past, when we are here, when true parents were in East Garden or true parents were in South America and Georgia, they're not far away. They have their own sacred spiritual body, and Heavenly Parent, true parents are right next to you, calling out to you.
주파수만 맞으면
As long as you set the right frequency, True Father will shout out
살아서 역사하셨다.
so strongly. True Father who is living and working. True Father who is crying out with pitiful heart. You must think about how can you set the right frequency with True Father? How can I resonate with Cheonshim? You must focus on that goal. And based on all the things that you have learned, you must mobilize gather everything that you have done. And if you can ascend to that position through tonight, you will experience something amazing. With all your heart, you should let heaven, empty yourself and offer prayer. If you offer prayer that way, you will receive abundant grace, a night of grace. Drew. Let us offer another big round of applause to President who gave us the main message with spirit and truth.